Welcome to the Writer's Life, a place where you get the sight, sound, smells, taste of my particular writer's life, and where you get the truth about the writer's life. Subscribe if you haven't already. Punch the like button. Tap the bell gently for notifications so that you don't miss out on one single exciting video. And don't forget to go to the store, www.vinzandri.com, vinzandri.com, vinzandri.com. For all your thriller needs and other things. Soon the course will be up and ready to go for you guys. I'm going to put it in book. I've decided just make it accessible to everyone. It's going to be in book form, available on Amazon, and it'll be $9.99. I just finished writing the introduction to it. So now there's $200 stuff on my website. Not yet. As my courses become more and more sophisticated, then I'll do that. But this is just a starter. This is just a beginning. This is just, my first shot at this. So let's see how it goes. I get a haircut. I certainly did. My son volunteered. He's like, "I'll cut your hair." I was like, "What?" I was expecting like some hedge clippers to come out, whatever. He pulls out like this big case, heavy plastic case, opens it up. It's like something out of a movie. He's like pulls out the trimmer, like he's got all these settings and all this. I'm like, where'd you get that? He's like, "Oh, like our aunt gifted it to us like a few years ago." And he's like, "I have always been cutting your, Jack's hair." And I'm like, all right. So we cut it. Took like 5 minutes, and he's like, and I'm like, well, this is what I would get normally. This is what my person would do anyway, and save me like $40. I was like, wow. Not to take business away from my person because I like her a lot, but money's money, and with having started Bear Media, things are not exactly as financially fluid as they were. It's very temporary, but if you have a small business, you pretty much pour all your money into it. Make money, put it into it. Make money, put it into the business. Put it into the business. In any case, I didn't come to you yesterday because I was too busy writing. But I am coming to you today on a Saturday when no one is around, I'm sure, but you can watch this later. Interesting stuff is happening, though. Like this, it's supposed to be news that the Authors Guild and the American Booksellers Association is lobbying the Justice Department and the State Department to once more sue Amazon for allegedly maintaining a monopoly over book sales. Apparently, let's see what they say. As the Federal Trade Commission moves toward what looks like a legal lawsuit against Amazon, several authors, booksellers, and antitrust activists sent Amazon's book selling to be investigated. The Authors Guild, the American Booksellers Association, and antitrust think tank Open Markets Institute sent a letter Wednesday to the Justice Department and the Federal Trade Commission requesting that they disrupt the monopoly on the book market that Amazon has. And then it goes on to say that 40% of physical books sold in the U.S. are sold by Amazon, and 80% of all ebook sales are sold by Amazon. I believe that. And actually, 40% sounds like a little light when it comes to hardcover sales. And combine that with the fact that hardcover sales and paperback sales in general are down for this past summer. But you know what? The economy is so bad and people's pockets are so empty. No one's got the money to shell out for a $30 paperback. They just don't. I can't imagine the people who are skipping vacations this year, just to put food on the table. People are in this climate. They're like, okay, pay the rent or pay my medication, pay the rent or pay to put food on the table for the kids. That's where gas is going to probably hit $5 pretty damn soon. Um, and we have a president and vice president who wouldn't go to Maui. Worst forest fire in U.S. history, and they wouldn't go. Why wouldn't they go? Because then they would have to tell the truth about it, that power lines started the fire. Instead, they want to blame it on climate change. You can't make this stuff up. You just can't. But in any case, I'm not here to talk about politics, but this thing with Amazon has been going on forever. Back in 2014, I spoke about it in a New York Times interview, and this is when Hachette was suing them for the same thing, for the same exact thing. And I went on Fox News and spoke about it. I went on Bloomberg, spoke about it. Business Insider wrote about me and the lawsuit and whatever. And I actually got a call from 60 Minutes, and they're like, "Stand by." And then they said, like, we're not going to do the segment. Sorry, we'll get you next time. But I don't know what to think about it, because like no one likes a monopoly, right? Google's a monopoly. I don't see a lot of people bitching about that. But we also live, this is capitalism. And I cannot believe in 2023 that someone or something has not come up with a better alternative to Amazon. That's what it comes down to. And I mean, all you writers out there, where do you make most of your money? Amazon. Can't help it. I mean, about 80% of my income comes from Amazon. When I see that guy pull up in his truck to deliver some packages, I always tell him, I'm like, you and I have the same boss. And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I'm a writer, and basically I'm working for Amazon." And he's like, "Yeah, I guess you are." And let me see if I got it here. Book I wrote. Did I get it? Huh. Anyway, I wrote about it in a book called, there it is. Bear with me. But don't get bare. All right, stupidest joke ever. I actually wrote about this in my uber delightful thriller, Primary Termination, which you can get for 99 cents today in ebook. Just go to my website. Anyway, I wrote about this, where the Tanya Teal Corporate War Chronicles. In the year 2028, a massive online corporation called Everest.com will control everything we buy, including books, food, medical care, police protection, religion, political affiliations, everything. So you can get an idea where you get the idea, how the book idea came to me. I don't know. You would think by now that like Draft to Digital would have figured out a way to make things or to give Amazon a run for their money and stuff like that. And I sell like a pittance on Draft to Digital, and all those books are sold like all over the world. And they just can't keep up. Don't ask me why. It must have something to do with, because Amazon also sells other products. They sell everything from cars to, I think they sell cars to whatever. So like you can go on there and you can pick up my new book, and you can say like, "Oh, and I also need a new computer, and I need some socks, and I need a new microwave, and I need, I don't feel like going out wasting gas because I can't afford the gas. And also while I'm at it, I think I'll pick up my groceries." convenience. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is to all this. I don't know if the State Department could sue them. Well, the State Department seems to be able to do whatever they want these days, whether it's legal or not. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it. I don't have the answer to this one. Maybe you guys do. But if I were an executive at like Barnes and Noble, or well, I don't know how well they're doing, but if I were an executive at D2D, or if I were, let's take it even a step further. If I were Elon, I'd be like, I can make an alternative to Amazon. I can create an alternative, an online store that sells everything from, well, I guess from books to to microwaves. I guess the only company that really is sort of giving Amazon a run for their money, but that it's not up to speed yet, is Walmart online, I believe. Could be wrong about that, but there's a company that sells everything. And but the books they sell, like they do that whole like seconds, like overstock thing, which I hate. Like I'll go to like BJ's with my mom sometimes, and she always looks at the table of overstock books. And I'm like, Mom, please don't buy those books because the author doesn't get any money from it. No proceeds, nothing. She's like, yeah, but they're cheap. Yeah, that's the point. Anyway, all right. That's all I got for you today on this Saturday, special Saturday video. I will come to you hopefully tomorrow, God willing, unless I am up to my neck in writing. Then I would see you on Monday. All right. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Ciao, ciao.